What would you like?
I can't give up. I need to learn to handle my booze better. Even if you are a close friend.
Come, my friend. Why an adventure? Another dandelion.
What would you like?
I can't give up. Even if you are a close friend.
Come, my friend. Why an adventure?
Albedo's back, and he's waiting for us on Dragonspine. No time to waste! Let's get going!
Jules from Leah.
You gotta try Dawn Winery's Dandelion Wine.
So this is the other Durin, huh? If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have had to endure. So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero. No, I'm just a little envious, that's all. Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to envy.
You... Oh!
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. Yet. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a whole pile of questions for you!
Oh, you're here too?
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first. Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. and there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of collapse.
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it will take over. This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory. Bringing fairy tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate to overwrite the others. But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a feat. It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem for good. And I took care of the alchemy side of things, which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan all along. So now, there's only one thing missing. As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Teyvat. But I'm certain that the answer lies within this book.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book was to make that magic possible?
A form of magic powerful enough to rewrite fate itself.
Well, we've no time to lose. I just need to take a look at the book. The next part of the story most likely relates to me, so the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me too.
Huh?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly with the branch that had burst forth from the castle walls. Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last, and henceforth bask in the sun and rain of the world beyond the castle. But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
I see.
Guided by the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the sage witch's hands. Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom. And he was determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring. And so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
What is this place?
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
Albedo?
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of how Durin sees them.
At least you're still human-shaped?
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too, that must mean the two of us are both characters in the story. But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all. You must be special figures in some way.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as none of them can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passageway. Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting chapter of the tale.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come! Ouch!
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
What? Then what's the point of having a path here? Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
Sounds like this chapter's about Albedo bringing me to life?
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation. So why is Durin still being forgotten?
There has to be some other reason.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit more.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten.
Do you think we could just destroy it? Be it the calamity headed for Mondstadt or my inability to leave behind a story of my own, doesn't it all come down to the fact that this heart never truly died? What if, here in this story, we could finally destroy it?
Could Aunt Alice's magic really allow us to do what's theoretically meant to be impossible?
Either way, it's an intriguing idea. I'm not opposed to giving it a shot.
Durin!
It's just... I'm still afraid someday, even you guys will end up forgetting me. If there's even the slightest chance it'll prevent that, I'm willing to try anything. But I'm not sure if I can destroy it on my own. Chances are, I'm gonna need your help again. So please, everyone, help me destroy this heart, once and for all!
With the help of his friends, the little dragon destroyed the evil dragon's heart, using up every last ounce of his strength. In his eyes, this would ensure that his story and his alone remained in the world beyond the castle's walls. But the evil dragon's heart was like a great tree with roots digging deep beneath the surface. Cutting off the branches did not kill it. No, it just made it impossible for a new branch to take their place. The gnarled roots retreated back into the frozen earth, biding their time for a chance to bud again. Cut off from their source, the rootless branches above the surface slowly withered away. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Who am I?
Is this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
Oh no! That means Durin! What do we do now?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten. The evil dragon's heart continued to beat, as if waiting for the little dragon to accept it as his own.
Looks like we have no choice but to get this done. Whatever happens next, Durin is going to need all of our help. Is everyone ready?
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale. At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart, and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
Finally! A happy ending! That must be the last step, right? Woohoo! We completed the story!
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more, his story far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real last step.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say, show us what you've got.
Wow! You're all so serious all of a sudden. Durin, are you alright?
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it still lingered. Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Hey! What kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control it! What choice does he have?
Time is running out. So, would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
What's up with the narrator?
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would...
Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further. The little dragon and his companions blank. Blank again.
Huh? What's going on? Are we running out of ink?
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
I had a feeling this would happen.
What's happening to the others?
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were blank pages.
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
Huh?
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
もしもーし。
Would he...
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power within him surged like a tide. Unchecked, the darkness engulfed everything around it, including the little dragon's soul. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Is this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
Oh no! That means Durin... What do we do now?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Moshi.
What's going on here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just suppress the abyssal power? It keeps getting stuck.
It seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story. In other words, we would need ink to write it in.
So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left? But...
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis. Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story. And I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Teyvat. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten. But there is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate. As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Teyvat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along its given track. But Durin's story, on the other hand... As Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to lose control of the abyssal power within. In other words, his story can't continue, because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
It would seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him, or stand in his way?
This is as far as the story can go. What path will you choose?
I suppose the final decision is up to me. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten chapter ahead?
But we still don't even know how Alice's magic works. If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part, isn't that too risky?
I'm not afraid.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize for yourself.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down together.
It was that the little dragon staring across the edge of existence itself. And all of a sudden it began to fraction as if struck by some transcendent will. And all of a sudden it began to fraction.
Gotta keep going.
Lies only a stormless void.
My consciousness is slipping away.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel so weak.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and bone.
Am I truly alive?
Yes, Durin, but you must keep going. You're as alive and real as I am.
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking too long. Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go make your wish come true, Durin.
My wish?
Your story's not over yet.
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to say about my proposal?
Let me get this straight. You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate, and in doing so, not only rewrite that fate, but allow the story to live on.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is still centuries away.
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could ever deliver. Or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy. Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest hurdle of all.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad proposal.
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, Much like the stars themselves, there will always be something that transcends the test of time.
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But, Alice, I still have one final favor to ask of you. Will you lend me your magic one last time, just enough for me to keep his story alive until the prophecy is fulfilled?
You mean you want me to extend your lifespan?
No, not in that sense. As Rheindotter once told me, the laws governing life and death are among the most unyielding in this world. I'm well aware of that. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by fate alone. If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes me human. This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die a human.
So what is it that you want me to do?
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the future.
I see. Then perhaps there really is a way I can help. I could create a kind of story magic to take over the writing once you're gone. Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to learn from.
How much?
Oh, an immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to spend the rest of your life writing. And even then, I'm sorry to say, it would not last forever. No matter how much you write, there is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. But the world itself will never stop changing. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world. And when that happens, the story will end.
Still, it's worth a try.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you. You should be enjoying your old age in peace and quiet, especially now that things are finally returning to normal after that terrible calamity.
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, there needs to be more material for the magic to draw upon. I'll just have to skip over some of the less important details.
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he face his fate in Teyvat? Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, even fate's curse could be undone and he could live happily ever after.
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a heartfelt wish. And even a wooden puppet can turn himself into a real boy and live happily ever after. That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character after the ever after? Tell me, Alice, in your eyes, what would be a writer's greatest regret?
To leave a story without an ending.
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come to consider that their greatest regret. But I see things differently. My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, the moment their story ends, their potential is lost forever. For them, the story itself becomes an inescapable fate. But what if, instead, I could place my pen in their hand and let them continue the story themselves.
You mean?
You said it yourself. I can only leave so many words behind. Even with your magic, the idea that I could keep the story going until the prophecy comes to pass is wishful thinking at best. But I've found a way to use your magic to transform some of my finished stories into a special kind of ink. This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story the way he wants to. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And if he can experience the whole tale himself while leaving behind his own wishes and aspirations, even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll still be able to carry the story forward on his own. And so, by leaving him this ink, I can entrust him with the responsibility of writing his own story.
A character with the power to write their own story.
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen. And like anyone else living in the real world, he can go on to create a life of his own.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my magic. What a brilliant idea, Anya. But there are still risks. First of all, once he arrives in Teyvat, he'll have to rely entirely on the story you left him to maintain his connection to that world. As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow weaker, and at some point, he might lose it altogether.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge that connection for himself.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Teyvat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased in no time. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though. I can use that to show them the way.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck, roaming the chapters of his past. But despite all that,
I still believe in what this child can become. His hopes and wishes can be his ink, so he won't be trapped by mine running dry.
Oh, what the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases to amaze. And you do know how much I love a happy ending. You shall have my help, my dear.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child, do you understand what you must do?
Yes, I think I do. It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Then what's holding you back?
What will become of you after I take up this pen?
I will fade away. There will no longer be a reason for me to go on existing. My child, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're hearing is nothing but a magical echo that has now fulfilled its purpose. You needn't feel so reluctant to let me go.
I know my mother died long ago. It's just, when you lose your mom too soon, it's hard to tear yourself away from the stories she used to read. I guess it's a silly way of pretending she's still here, by your side.
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friends, facing all kinds of enemies together, I suddenly realized I couldn't just sit around listening to my mother's stories because I'd found a new purpose in life. Maybe this is just what growing up feels like. With all my new friends waiting, it's time I finally set aside my mother's storybook. I'm ready to grow up now, Mom.
Then take this. A gift I should have given you a long time ago. You've witnessed this story from the very beginning. Made your wishes, offered your blessings, and even wrote your choices into its pages. From here on out, this pen is yours. Now I ask of you, the other pillar of this story, as both its reader and its witness, will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin? Suddenly, and without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun. Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is the final step.
A chance to strike back at fate? Now that's not something that comes knocking every day.
No, that fate no longer defines me. In the end, only my story shall endure.
Dodging this one. Here, I'll help lift you up.
Only my story shall endure. Get back! Stay away from me!
Looks like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
This time, the light prevails! Thank you, Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over. Is everyone okay?
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome!
I have to admit, I do feel like something in me has changed. I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if I could have ever made it this far.
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before, it's not every day that you get to put fate in its place.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear it someday.
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Allow me to just check one thing. Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again. And those strange symptoms you were experiencing seem to have completely disappeared.
Oh, thank goodness!
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other law of this world governs his being?
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now that this one's out of danger, it's time for me to get out of here.
You're leaving so soon? What, don't humans usually throw a party after something like this?
A party? Do I look like that kind of guy? Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what friends are for, right?
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate. Not the time for academic discussions.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy to talk about it. It's just, I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's all right. I'm sure we'll get a chance at some point. After all, your story's only just begun. All right then. Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here. Given the extraordinary nature of the things we witnessed today, I need to make sure it's all recorded properly.
Okay, see ya! So, it's party time next? Huh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per our agreement, it's about time you returned that book.
She must have known the moment we finished. Just like she said she would.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Oh, my writer and witness. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
You had special plans for the Traveler from the start, didn't you?
But of course, that goes without saying. For a story to live on, it needs both a writer and a reader. Only then can my magic take effect. I chose the Traveler as the witness because of the special nature of who she is. It's not easy finding someone with that kind of background, you know. For a moment, I even considered taking the role myself.
At least it made for an interesting story, right?
Huh? What are you doing here, tone-deaf bard?
With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risky experiment in Mondstadt, it didn't cross your minds that the Anemo Archon might be slightly curious?
Sorry for the trouble, Lord Barbados.
Think nothing of it. I dare say the Anemo Archon quite enjoyed coming along for the ride. And now then, as agreed, let us see the fruits of your labor.
Here, please take a look.
Well. Somehow, despite all my careful planning, it still turned out to be full of surprises. It never even crossed my mind that Rhindotter's child would be capable of handling that kind of alchemy in her stead. When he asked for help with the materials, oh my, I nearly couldn't believe it. If only the others were here too, we could all celebrate together.
I'm right here, you know. The only one who hasn't responded is the one busy stuffing her face over there.
Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the party, don't you think?
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look at you.
All right, Aunt Seer Witch. Here I am.
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear among the stars. Anya has accomplished what almost no one before her could.
What does that mean?
Child, all you need to know is that you're very lucky indeed.
Oh.
Just like how she was in the story, huh?
Tell me, little Durin, what will you do next? I, for one, cannot wait to see how your story unfolds.
Well, there's so much I want to do. I'm not even sure where to begin.
How about settling your most recent regret?
Not so fast, tone-deaf bard! What exactly did you just tell Durin to do?
To make the long overdue wish come true.
Thank you once again, Alice.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments. Just enough time to say goodbye to my dearest friend.
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again. I don't like it. Not one bit.
I don't know how to respond to that. Strange. You were always such a cheerful figure in my stories. I even dubbed you the Merry Witch, you know.
Oh, please. You know full well it was your stories that first taught me what true pain and sadness felt like. Aside from saying goodbye to me, shouldn't you also leave a few words for the child? Since the book will be his to continue, why don't you write him a little parting note?
There's no need. His mother already did that long, long ago. All that remains is for me to convey it on her behalf. My child, these may be the last words I get to leave you. I've always thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would. But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see. Still I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels, dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.
There you go! Your very own copy of the book. We wouldn't want one of the story's key witnesses to leave empty-handed now, would we? Of course, this copy isn't magical in the same way, but rest assured, all the twists and turns are still there.
And so they flew together, Durin and Dvalin, over the skies of Mondstadt. Who'd have thought such words could ever have described a happy ending, huh?
Let my wings envelop the twilight.
Whoa! This is way too many books! Considering this library organizing job was classified as a premium commission, Paimon came mentally prepared, you know? But seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon? What brings you back to Mondstadt? Let me guess. You missed me so much you just had to come visit. Is that it?
Found you! We were starting to think you weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance? Ah, music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry, just leave the commission to us.
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read? Oh, and Basics of Whpper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those, anyway? And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary? Huh. That title's kind of suspicious. And didn't we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier? Huh. Well, witches always make Paimon think of, you know.
for me.
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh! Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook The Little Witch and the Undying Fire by any chance? Splendid! That makes things easier to explain. This book was written as a dictionary for that other story. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Oh dear. Where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation? Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how M put it. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place. Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
Now, I never said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, I'm afraid the pool of options consists of but one.
Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had to spend ages sorting through them, you know.
Oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble.
Sure you didn't.
Well, this is an important book. I couldn't just bring it into Teyvat without taking any precautions. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in. We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun!
Oh, you finished sorting already? That went much faster than I expected. Now then, what would you like in return, cutie? You freed up my whole afternoon helping me with that. How about we spend it together? Ah, so you noticed too. Such strange names, and even stranger contents. Not to mention, this is the largest library in northern Teyvat, and I didn't recognize a single title on the list. I just don't see how that's possible. Unless...
Actually, we just ran into...
Trouble, I presume? I think I'll steer clear if it's all the same to you. Besides, if a book exists in this world,
then there's a place for them in this library. Better for them to remain here than end up in the hands of someone more suspect. Anyway, here's your payment. Thanks again for all the help.
You smell nice. Let's hunt.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. What are you doing here?
The real question is, what are you doing cooped up in here reading a book? The weather's nice out there, you know.
Oh, well, ever since I've had more chances to interact with the people of Mondstadt, I've been having trouble telling when people are joking. For example, I saw a beautiful flower the last time I was at the florist, so I told the shopkeeper, and she said, if you like these weeds so much, you should add some mint and sweet flowers and make it a bouquet. So I did as she said, and when I showed her the finished bouquet, she gave me a frankly terrifying look. Later, Albedo opined that this happened because I have trouble understanding the meaning behind words. So after I learned the Mondstadt script, he told me I could come here and read. I was born from a storybook, so I felt that these books might be able to teach me more about the rules of this world. And, well, I guess I lost track of time. So, did you guys need something? Oh, I see. That's another rule learned, then.
Yep. That said, we did have business we needed to discuss, right? Yeah, we have a message to pass along from Rhindaughter.
Oh, it's from Aunt Rhindaughter? No, I'm just surprised. Rhindaughter is my mom's friend, and the mother of the dragon that once existed in my stead. I supplanted him, took the fate that should have been his. So if she dislikes me, well, I'm not sure what I'd do.
Yeah, we're here for you. But seriously, Paimon doesn't think it's anything bad.
That does make me feel better. Well, I guess I should open it.
Transport us to some weird place again?
My mom's scent. I sense it here.
Whoa! Here comes a strange cat.
I have a message to deliver on Master Rhindaughter's behalf. Ahem.
This is the first time we're meeting, so I'm not sure how to address you. But since you're Hem's child, I suppose I'll stick with Mini Durin. Though you appear smaller than the Durin that came before you, that same strength flows through your veins, not a drop less. He was a child of Humus, an incomplete creation. Thus he lacked the will to control his own strength. Yet this power was beyond what he could withstand, and so it twisted him, consumed him, thus sealing his ultimate fate. Albedo claims that you have transcended this tainted blood, becoming a being much like himself. That is his opinion. I remain unconvinced. I trust only the facts, only that which I see for myself. So take this chance, child of M. Prove yourself to me.
Ah! Where did all these monsters come from?
Is this the proof you need, Aunt Rhindaughter? Very well. I'll show you what I can do. Thunder! Stay away from me! The power within me is surging to the surface. This is getting easier!
Looks like Albedo wasn't mistaken after all.
Next time, maybe don't ambush us with a bunch of monsters just to prove a point.
Still, I do feel like I can control my power more freely now that we've defeated them.
After hearing about you, I prepared a technique that would seal the dark power in your blood. I had planned to take this opportunity to pass it on to you. Of course, using it comes with a price. While it would maintain your existence in Teyvat, it would also weaken your connection to this world. And you are M's child, when all is said and done. How could I allow that uncontrolled power to send you down the same path as the child who came before you? But seeing you now, it appears my concerns were misplaced. M was a terrific mother, and a far more capable one than I. And I must admit, I'm rather curious to see how far you can go. How will you, an alchemical being truly integrated with this world, find your place in human society? I've never conducted an experiment like this before. As such, you may yet hold the key to some unexpected answers.
Hey! You got one thing wrong there. Durin's not an experiment. He's our friend.
I'm not sure I understand, but I appreciate your kindness, Aunt Rhine-daughter.
And that's all Master Rhine-daughter has to say.
Yeah, we're used to talking cats at this point, but one that can imitate someone else's voice? That's a first.
I don't see how that's important, but if you must know, I am Sebas, a simple butler. You're friends of Albedo, yes? Strictly speaking, I am his elder. So make no mistake, I am no ordinary cat. In fact, from a biological standpoint, I am no cat at all, but rather an alchemical being. You wouldn't consider yourself a specter simply because you float in the air like one, surely.
A specter? What are you trying to say, mister?
Oh, I know. Sebas is implying that you are...
What thought? Hey!
Oh, and considering how Master Rhine-daughter's message ended, I suppose this technique is useless now. I'll just destroy it. Few and far between are the people that can make her reconsider. Quite the impressive feat, young man. With that done, I'll be going now. I have another message to pass along. Perhaps we'll meet again sometime.
The show begins!
you?
Oh, Traveler Paimon. You're full of energy today. You have something for me, you said? Is it some quick and easy way to make Mora by any chance?
Well, actually, it's some kind of task from your master.
Yeah, that's a hard no. But I guess I don't have a choice, huh? An enterprising spirit is important and all that. I just know it's going to be torture, though. I know that old hag all too well.
Why don't you just take a look first?
Huh. This book doesn't seem so special to me. Oh, whoa! Letters just fell out of it.
Oh! Maybe she's trying to reconcile with you?
No idea. Either way, it looks like I'm supposed to open these 3 letters in order. Well, let's start with the first one. If this is her task, it should be okay for us all to read. Come on, let's see what this is about.
Oh, how long it's been, my student. I'm afraid to report that getting up and about is becoming harder and harder these days.
Oh, the sympathy card. She could have tried to make it sound a bit more genuine at least.
Remember when I would chase you and you would run for dear life, trying to use that hydro phantom of yours to distract me? Oh, seems like it was just yesterday. Now you're off on your own, and I laze the days away in my rocking chair. I really should get some exercise again.
Well, then get it some other way, you old hag.
Now, I'm sure you're curious as to the purpose of this letter. And to that, I say this. If you want to learn how to predict the fate of an entire kingdom, or even the entire world, head to Sumeru and search for the gate to an underground kingdom. Once there, open the second letter.
Huh. But she knows how to lure people in, that's for sure. Is she serious about passing on her secret technique? Guess she really is getting old.
You two have such a weird dynamic. When you talk about sentimental stuff, you fight. But when it comes to dry academic stuff, you get all emotional. Anyway, this gate to an underground kingdom sounds familiar.
Wait, you've heard of it?
Yeah. It should be the same one we're thinking of.
Perfect. I don't even need to investigate then. Oh, that means no hired guide, no lodging, no shelling out Mora left and right. Come on, there's no time to waste. Let's go.
And since you didn't mention a transportation fee just now, Paimon's guessing that means...
Yep, same method as usual. Let's go.
This brings back memories of summertime. It's actually kind of refreshing.
So, this is the gate to the ancient kingdom of Khaenri'ah. I'm sure a lot of secrets and tragedies lie behind it.
Well, let's open the second letter.
Let me see here. Yep, it's this one.
As the ancient Sumeru saying goes, rote knowledge bears no fruit until it is watered with the showers of wisdom. With that in mind, there is a phenomenon in this land known as the Sign of Apausha. It is a celestial mark that burns in response to an all too ardent desire for the truth. In that sense,
Perhaps it's more fitting to call it a sign of truth instead. The records of this ancient kingdom state there are several large subterranean lakes in Khaenri'ah, clear and calm as mirrors, whose surfaces reflect the true stars. This is because the sign of truth created in the water is able to bypass the false sky and connect to the outer universe.
I had no idea.
To observe the gravitational forces and influence of celestial bodies, one must be able to see past the false sky. Only by obtaining these cosmic parameters can one predict the fate of this world. Now, my task for you is as follows. Open a sign of truth in front of the gate to Khaenri'ah.
The rest is a bunch of stuff about the ceremony the old hag came up with to summon this thing.
Yeah, all these planetary trajectories and runes. Paimon's not even gonna try to make sense of it. So, what do you say, Mona? Are you gonna attempt it?
Well, I hate to admit it, but it looks like the parameters she came up with could work. Frankly, this prospect is quite exciting, and heading back now will just cost me another night of lodging, so no better time than the present. Emissaries of the enduring stars, wanderers over ecliptic and equatorial planes, radiant celestial brethren. Traverse the twisted paths of the cavernous void. I, Mona Magistus the Astrologist, invoke the power of Hydro to balance the scales. By wisdom and truth, let the thirst be relieved. I, Mona Magistus, the Astrologist, summon you, O stars, to stand before me!
Did it work? Ah! Monsters! How did that happen?
No dice. The sign of truth only opened long enough for the monsters to slip through. Darn it. I didn't get a glimpse of the real stars at all. Whatever. I'll just take it out on you! The ceremony failed, but the old hag's new theory seems workable. I have a better grasp of hydromancy now. And the perfect test subjects to test it on.
Get back! The abyss is burning shadow!
Fate is upon you!
Thunder!
Phew! That's that!
Well, the old hag said to open the third letter once it was all said and done. But I couldn't make it work. So, should I still open it?
You know, Paimon thinks she understands your dynamic a lot better now. Look, she didn't say you had to successfully complete the ceremony, so you can open it. It'll be fine.
I guess. All the same, I doubt she has anything nice to say.
If you're reading this, it means you attempted to open the sign of truth. Seriously, I can't believe you actually tried it.
What are you laughing at, you old hag?
Khaenri'ah was home to several lakes of stars, rendering the fabric of space in that area comparatively unstable. As a result, attempts to break through the firmament through non-physical means were more likely to succeed. In any case, I knew this place was well hidden and wouldn't be frequented by too many people. As such, any negative effects of failing to open the sign of truth would remain small scale. And of course, as my student, I felt sure you would have the chops to deal with the abyssal creatures that roam beyond the false sky. Even if you couldn't beat them, I am certain you could outrun them. You always were fast on your feet. Connecting hydromancy to the kind of wisdom that quenches thirst. Truly, my genius knows no bounds. The practical application of the scry glass has also reduced disturbances caused by the false sky. I'd like to see Alice try and top that.
Given previous results, I should make a few adjustments to the experiment and ensure that the materials and equipment are all in order. As for the potion I need to make... Oh, Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
We're here to help with your task. We wanted to see if you could use some extra hands.
My task? Oh, You mean the one Mr. Albedo told me about? The one from the Hexenzirkel? Well, you're just in time. The experiment is ongoing, and I was just about to work on it.
Ongoing? So, you've been working on it all this time?
Yes. It aligns with other research topics I've been working on, so it hasn't been too much extra work. Still...
What? Is there a problem with the experiment?
I've been unsuccessful so far.
Oh, so it keeps failing, huh?
It's not as simple as just failing. The whole theoretical framework behind this task is a bit more complicated than I imagined.
Oh, right! You still haven't told us what kind of experiment it is.
One meant to develop a potion that can transform sweet flowers into a variant 16 times its normal size. That is to say, the formulation of Botanical Augmentation Reagent Type 4, Iteration 7. As you can probably guess, this is my 7th time running the experiment.
Wow! So, basically, we need to make growth serum. Or the 7th version of one.
Well, yeah, that's about right. This is my 7th attempt, but I didn't make many adjustments to the formula this time, because both the theoretical principles behind this experiment and the products of the process prove there's nothing wrong with it.
But you haven't succeeded yet, right?
Yes. I'm thinking that it's not my current formula that is wrong, per se, but rather, some other key element is missing.
Oh! Then Paimon knows just what to do. Yeah, we came here to do just that after all.
Here it is. That said, I'm still missing 2 ingredients.
Now that we can help with. What do we need to get?
I need spring water from Springvale to use as the base, as well as Eye of the Storm fragments. But that last one could be tricky.
We've got this! Let's go!
Let's tackle the Eye of the Storm first.
Let the world collide!
The abyss is burning! Shadow!
Alright, that's the first ingredient done!
Wow, you 2 work fast. That step usually takes me forever. We can get the spring water down there.
How brilliant!
Devouring claw!
The high quality of Springvale's waters makes for a stable potion-making ingredient. Yes, let's head back. All right, the ingredients are ready and the cauldron is just over there, so we should be good to go. But,
Is something wrong?
No. It's just... Do you mind if I watch from the side? Just for the purposes of accurate recording, I mean. I know lots of people don't like being scrutinized during experiments, so... Thanks. Then, I'm ready to go whenever you are. I'll make sure to take detailed notes, too. So, are you ready to start the experiment? That's it. Your execution was perfect.
Really?
Yes, I don't see any flaws in the brewing at all. Let me extract some and test the product's composition. One moment. Yes, like I said, flawless execution. The potion is perfect. It's exactly what I was expecting.
So? Was the 7th time the charm?
Upon examination, it seems identical to the previous 6 iterations.
Oh! Wouldn't that make the results identical?
Not necessarily. Experimental outcomes can differ even with similar variables all around. You never know what the result will be. That's what makes experiments valuable in the first place. Come, Let's test this thing out. I planted some sweet flowers beforehand which we can use. We just need to douse them with the potion and see what happens.
We poured the growth serum on the flowers. Is that all we need to do?
Yep. The flowers need to fully absorb the potion, so it might take some time before we see a reaction.
What happens then?
The flowers will grow in size while maintaining their original appearance. But then, when they reach 12 to 14 times their normal size, this will prove more than they can bear. As if some upper limit has been reached, they will wither and rot, assuming unnatural forms until nothing is left of them but liquid.
Wait, what? So there's a problem with the growth serum then?
No. I've adjusted the formula time and again, resolving all kinds of issues that arise when inducing small plants to grow larger. Issues like ensuring that the leaves don't get too large, strengthening root diameter and load-bearing capacity, calculating how the increase in surface area might affect sunlight exposure and nutrition.
So, why isn't it working then?
Because the flowers cannot transcend. As above, so below, is one of alchemy's guiding principles. Alchemy seeks mastery over matter, but this world has its limits. It's like a specification etched into the law that governs all things. Part of the purpose of doing multiple experiments is to determine if this specification is stable. Exactly. It proves that the limit continues to exist.
Okay, this is all a bit over Paimon's head, but basically, you needed the experiment to fail to prove that the limits and borders in this world are stable? Oh, what a weird experiment. Huh? Looks like one of the flowers is reacting. Wait a second. That's not a sweet flower at all!
Careful! It's a Whpper flower. It must have absorbed some of the potion. Wait, but that's happened before, and it's never gotten this big either. Can this mean...
We can talk about this later! Let's get rid of it first! Stand clear! Swirl, Mark 2, Animal Test 6308. Time to shine! Stand clear!
Lament for the end!
Phew! We did it! Even at that size, a Whpper flower is just a Whpper flower. But, was it supposed to get that big?
I could only make a rough estimate during the battle, but it looked at least 16 times its original size, maybe even larger. This means that the experiment worked.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
I'm still not sure what the implications are, but if further attempts succeed in reproducing this result, that means that something's different. Perhaps the limits and laws of this world are changing due to some unknown factor. I can't say if that's good or bad, but from an alchemical perspective at least, expanded boundaries means that more possibilities are now open to us. Either way, this brings my task to an end.
Seems so.
That said, it could also be an effect of the person who made the potion. There could also have been something special about this particular Whpper flower. There's a lot that still needs to be confirmed, so I suppose this task opens the way for further questions.
Well, we're here if you ever need some help. Just think about it! Paimon could probably beat a whole gang of treasure hoarders to a pulp if you were 16 times bigger!
I have my doubts. The only reason the serum worked on the Whpper flower was because its internal structure was similar enough to a sweet flower. If you drank some, you might become 16 times bigger, but you might also turn into a plant-based life form.
Yeah, nope. That's not happening then. Oh, by the way, Paimon wanted to ask, why is all your research focused on things like sweet flowers and sunsettias?
Oh, that's simple. Both sunsettias and sweet flower nectar taste sweet. So in that sense, accidentally making a Whpper flower 16 times bigger comes with a hidden benefit. Because Whpper flower nectar...
tastes exactly like sweet flowers?
That's right. Once I've extracted the sugar from the nectar, I'll give you some.
You get it!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Greetings, traveler.
Hey there, Catherine! Oh, and Oz and Fischl are here too! What a coincidence!
All things in this universe must plunge into darkness. 'Tis only natural that those who seek light should cross paths in the realm of dawn.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's happy to see you both. And I feel the same. It's been quite a while, Traveler and Paimon.
You're here just in time. Yai Publishing House has a commission for you, traveler. An editor is here to discuss the details in person. Much of the information was kept from the guild for business reasons. All we know is that it has something to do with the author of the Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
What? Surely you don't mean...
Wait, is this author really that important? What if we weren't here? Or if we decided not to take the commission? The editor would just be wasting their time.
In that case, it'd be a free trip to Mondstadt where one needs only pass some information along. That's an opportunity most would fight over. In any case, if the commission is of interest to you, the editor is waiting at the Good Hunter. Just look for the man dressed in Inazuman clothing.
Hold on! Halt thy steps, good traveler. Fate cast you upon the tides of the world, but not for you to stand alone in the face of its desolation. Nay, you step forth onto the path of the Immernachtreich.
What mein Fräulein means to say is, she would like to go with you.
Wow, you seem really jazzed about this commission, Fischl. Do you have some kind of insider information?
Well, let's head to the Good Hunter to meet with this editor then.
Alright, let's see who lucked out and got this free trip to Mondstadt. Wait, you're Shing. Oh, Genu's editor, Onodera.
Traveler, thank you for all you've done for us in the past. I come here today with a commission from Lady Yai, with which I'd like your help, should you be willing. Oh, and might I ask who this person dressed like Princess Fischl is?
You have the pleasure of speaking to our eminent person, Fischl, Prinzessin de Vertelang.
Mein Fräulein means to say that her name is Fischl, and that she is most pleased to meet you.
Yep, this is Fischl. She's a reliable adventurer, and she's here to help.
Yeah, I, kinda got that the first time.
Since thou hast learned my name, understand this. To speak it is to be absolved. Praise it, therefore, and thou shalt earn thine salvation.
Mein Fräulein means to say, she...
Ah, I see. I completely concur, my lady. Remembering names is simply basic etiquette. And if you might lend me succor in solving this problem, I shall indeed praise your names to the heavens above. As many times as necessary, in fact.
You understood Fischl language before Oz could even finish translating.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks then. Now, have you heard of the author Mr. Nine? He's famous for writing the legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Flowers.
What was that, mein Fräulein?
Flowers for Princess Fischl. That's what Mr. Nine is actually famous for.
Mein Fräulein means to say, even should the creator be cold and unmoving, the Prinzessin and her Immernachtreich's resplendence might yet compel them to weep.
Well, sure. The author of Flowers for Princess Fischl, Mr. Nine. He sent a letter from Nodcry asking for help, and he seems to be in bad shape.
So ask the Adventurers Guild or a local mercenary to find him. Seems pretty simple to Paimon.
Where it's so simple. But here's the problem. We don't know anything about Mr. Nine. What he looks like, how old he is, where he's from. He's only ever communicated with us via letter, from addresses all over Teyvat. And he's never showed up to our annual meeting or events. Not once.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Well, we'll need to investigate Mr. Nine's identity, that's for sure. We did a bit of digging ourselves, and we realized that ever since completing the Shattered Halberd series, Mr. Nine's handwriting began to change. His initial editor has decided to retire to focus on his own writing, and he didn't have much to add either.
Whatever hath once existed in this world is enshrined in the memory of the Prinzessin de Vertelang, to endure unchanging in her Immernachtreich. For from the sacred primordial words flow the wellspring of all cause and consequence.
Mein Fräulein means to say that...
Yes, we had the same idea. So, we tracked down the original manuscript of the Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Aw, man! Genyu's gonna be so mad he missed out on this. Wait, you didn't need Oz to translate this time either, Onodera.
Osvaldo Hafnavines, hast thou perceived something?
No such Henry exists, mein Fräulein. I sense a faint, elusive resonance. Something akin to the magnetic field, gravitational force, and threads of cause and effect that surround you, mein Fräulein.
Isn't that interesting? Well, in the end, our only takeaway was that the design and craftsmanship of the paper point to it coming from Qingce village in Liyue.
Huh. Could Mr. Nine be from Liyue then? No, wait. If we're talking authors from Qingce village specifically... No, it couldn't be. Could it?
Chang the Ninth? Ah, I've heard of him. He won a Best New Author award for the first apprentice of Guhua.
It matters not. Though the Saint of Tears and the Saint of Atonement perform manifold labors on divergent principles, their power flows but from a single source.
Mr. Onodera, if you please.
Wait, Oz? It's great that you trust Onodera and all, but we're still in the dark over here.
You speak true, mein Prinzessin. Even if Chang the Ninth doesn't turn out to be Mr. Nine, he's still an author, and he could have had contact with him. I think it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I appreciate the help. I'm counting on you.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Is there anything else we should know about Mr. Nine?
Well, according to some readers' Q&As and his author's notes, he has a receding hairline, a slight pot belly, he doesn't like sweet things, and his heart is on the right side. Or was it the left? No, it was the right. He has 5 fingers on his left hand, severe insomnia, a pupil in each eye.
So, a whole bunch of nothing.
Doesn't look like there's anyone around we can ask either. Shall we wait?
Seems like that's all we can do.
Still, could his absence mean that he really is Mr. Nine, now kidnapped and sent to Nodcry? Perhaps we should have a look around his house.
Barging in without permission seems wrong. But if he really is Mr. Nine, then... Okay, let's do it.
No, not here.
Just seems like a bunch of ordinary stuff.
Nay, I, the Prinzessin, have beheld the mystery of the universe enshrined in these specks of dust. What hath been revealed is the very fount of wisdom. Ever does it flow toward the shores of truth.
Mein Fräulein means to say, she thinks this is a clue.
Overturned. Oh no. Did some kind of overzealous fan have buried him in here? Maybe we should call him Millilith. What do you think, Traveler?
It's all right, Paimon. Mr. Nine's most zealous fan happens to be right here. And since Mein Fräulein would never do anyone harm, I'm certain the same is true of his other less avid supporters.
What is the meaning of this? I'm calling the Millilith.
Chang the Ninth! You're not dead! Or kidnapped!
What are you even talking about? Oh, wait a second. You're the ones who came here with that young lad from the Guhua clan. Yes, I remember. I'm guessing this is a misunderstanding then. The question still stands, though. What are you doing digging around my house?
Oh, well, actually, we just wanted to know if you've ever written under the pen name Mr. Nine.
What? Not even a whole bucket of hallucinogenic mushrooms could make me that delusional. No. If I were Mr. Nine, why in the world would I enter all those writing competitions? To what? Demolish the competition from the shadows? Yes, doing a real bang-up job, aren't I? My submission's never even been selected. The classic archetype of the boy hero is outdated. That's the kind of critique I get. Even opening with a plot twist or disguising your hero as a fool is falling out of fashion. Modern readers are drawn to the boundless imagination and innovative world-building character of Mr. Nine's works.
Good point.
Besides, if I were Mr. Nine, I would have come clean the minute First Apprentice of Guhua won that award. What? That old beggarly Chang the Ninth is Mr. Nine? No, there must be some mistake. What a sight that would have been.
Yeah, and when we were here with Xingqiu that one time, you talked up the legend of the Shattered Halberd a lot. If you were the one who wrote it, that'd be like Jean complimenting herself for being a good knight. It just doesn't add up.
In any case, while this gentleman isn't the Mr. Nine we're looking for, I sense something of interest on his person. It's a peculiar signature, the same threads of fate I sensed on you, Mein Fräulein, and on the manuscript. I believe the traces are related to Mr. Nine, and it appears I can track them.
Hey, that's perfect! Once we head to Nokrai, you should be able to find Mr. Nine, no problem then. But back to the signature. What were you doing before this, Chang the Ninth?
Oh, well, I ran out of manuscript paper, so I went to buy some. I'm particular about that kind of thing. Creation of literature demands the highest quality.
Ah, no wonder. Mr. Nine uses the very same type for his manuscripts.
Huh, that explains it. Thanks, Chang the Ninth. We should get going.
I'm not quite sure what I did, but you're welcome, I suppose.
Farewell, creator of another world. Though I must say, the laws and narratives thou hast ordained can scarce compare to the dream dust sedimented in the Immanakreich.
Mein Fräulein means to say, your writing isn't... Mein Fräulein offers her thanks. It should be up ahead.
Wait, did something attack that Seelie? Something doesn't seem right here.
And it bears the same signature I sensed before.
Then it would seem fate has dictated our path for us.
Let Enclave names echo!
Thunder!
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo!
The abyss is burning! Shadow!
Huh. Looks like the Seelie is showing us the way. Let's follow.
What are you doing here?
Wait, that voice. It's Nicole! Also, that should be our line. We were looking for Mr. Nine and our search led us here, but now it seems we've found you instead.
Ah, I see. Well, Mr. Nine is right here.
Hello.
What bizarre Demerung is this? Never in 1,000 sunsets have I heard of such a thing.
In truth, I too aspire to be an author. But I'm also partial to direct communication. Talking is rather inconvenient by comparison. And as I'm sure you can understand, writing things down is even more tedious. I thought perhaps if I found someone with whom I could share my ideas, it might give me the same release as writing. But then those stories would never see the light of day, which would be a shame. So, I tracked down an old Seelie friend of mine and told her all the stories I was imagining. Then, I sent her to find people with similar aspirations to write them in my stead. We even came up with several character traits to lend a certain authenticity to Mr. Nine. A receding hairline was one of them, I think.
Yep, I'm the one she roped into all this.
Come now, it was beneficial for you too. By inhabiting those authors and mobilizing their language faculties, you were able to hone and eventually recover your capacity for speech. And anyway, an angel has always functioned like a sort of a flash of inspiration in someone's head. I'm sure it was like stepping into old shoes.
So you, what, possessed people? Isn't that kind of intrusive?
Oh, it's fine. She did it while they were sleeping. As long as the person is someone who dreams of creating worlds of their own, this inner writer within them will automatically awaken.
Wait, but what about the letter and the strange intuitions Oz has been having?
Nicole sent me to monitor the situation in Notcry, and it's super dangerous, okay? So I needed some help. It's not like I have the knowledge or power of the heavens anymore.
As for your friend over here? Well, you see, when writing a story, it's not uncommon to incorporate certain half-true details. For realism's sake, you understand?
Yeah, we've seen that before. A real curse was written into an Inazuman light novel once.
Indeed. In a similar vein, Mr. Nine's stories are full of metaphors, including one for the creation of life. What it describes isn't made up, per se. We just never imagined someone would actually manage to use it. Until you came along, young lady.
Mein Fräulein is speechless. So if I may ask in her stead, did she manage to use one of these half-truths in Mr. Nine's novels to create me?
It was more like 70% made up, 30% true.
No, it was 90% made up, 10% true. I thought it was too dangerous, so I changed it. See, I knew you'd never read my books.
You don't seem too surprised, Oz.
Well, I suppose I've vaguely sensed this since the beginning. Regardless, it is an honor to serve mein Fräulein.
Well, once our affairs in Nodcry are resolved, Mr. Nine will be able to return home. Yes, just tell them that when you return.
I don't want to be your eyes here. It's too dangerous. Oh, but, while you're at it, could you pass a message along to that guy in Changsa village? I've been splitting the royalties with him 90-10. His share's been buried in his yard all these years.
Wait, what do you use the Mora for?
I bury it, and then lead people to the treasure. Guiding people is in our nature. It's what I love to do. Feel free to come search for my personal stash someday. I've buried it at the furthest end of the Immernachtreich.
I will. I absolutely will.
Mein Fräulein?
And, I just want to say that I really like your books, Mr. Nine.
What mein Fräulein means is, though the cosmos stretch forth in unending darkness, yet shall come an hour when all things shine.
I'm glad to hear it. All in all, it seems you've already found my greatest treasure.
All right, that settles that. Now, I need to have a quick argument with Mr. Nine about who really deserves to be considered first author. Absolutely not! I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Oh, that's right. Just channel Mr. Nine. How would he write this particular essay?
Hey, Chang the Ninth! We have something for you!
Oh? What is... What? Where did all this Mora come from?
About that. So, the thing is... Right. Mr. Nine really admires your work, so he decided to fund your writing career.
Wait, what? So, channeling Mr. Nine actually worked. I can't believe it!
This is destiny.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
We got ourselves a You're my target! I never leave.
Shadows of fate, written in the stars.
The long sleep beckons. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Odds revealed by smash and grab!
As you wish, mein Fräulein. No rest for the wicked.
Finders keepers! You're my target! Decided by destiny!
Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
By royal decree, I never leave it. Let me scry.
Be silent. Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. To dust.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. I summon thee.
Delve into destiny, written in the stars.
Be silent. Night falls.
Smash and grab. Odds revealed by Finders Keepers.
Shadows of fate.
Close your eyes.
Dang it!
Razor over there with... Whoa! The Grey Wolf King of the North! Wonder what they're talking about. Razor!
Familiar scent. Ah, you two. You have been good?
Yep, we're doing great. Oh, but what happened to Berea's razor? We saw you talking just now. Is it a secret?
We go on hunt. I tried to convince Wolf Lord.
A hunt? Oh, is that Razor's task? Are the wolves out of food? Is that why you're going on a hunt?
No, this hunt is not for food. We hunt enemies. The Dark Wolf Pack. Strange scent coming from land they took. Getting stronger. We must hunt enemies to purify the forest.
Oh, so did Boreas agree? Paimon remembers last time he said something like, Razor, you must not get involved. This is for the wolves to settle between themselves. Oh, sorry, Razor. Paimon didn't mean to dig that up again.
It's okay. I know Lupacall means no harm. Besides, teacher taught me how to talk to Wolf Lord.
Lisa taught you how to talk to him? Oh, like she told you what to say? So that means you got him to agree then, right?
Yes. Words were hard, but I did it.
Ha! So you actually managed to convince that giant, stubborn old fella. That's super impressive, Razor.
Dark wolves are enemies of the whole world. Teacher said this is not wolf problem. This is world problem. And Wolf Lord agreed. But because of that, other wolves won't join. This war is between me and Dark Wolf Pack.
Then count us in too. Those awful rift hounds have been getting on our nerves for a while.
Thank you. Help makes for easy hunt.
Speaking of, how is this hunt gonna work?
We set trap. Chase dark wolves here, into trap. Then Wolf Lord pinned them down, and we finish hunt. Tell me when ready. We start hunt.
Come on! Let's clear them out in one go!
Yes.
Devouring claw!
Let the mountain's veins boil! Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive!
A lament for the end!
Done. Why are Lupacol here?
Oh no! The Rift Hounds are attacking them! We gotta get rid of them quick!
Get back!
Get back!
Bring it! Ugh, what a pain!
Element for the...
Whew, that was close. Good thing the wolves were there to help. They intercepted those Rift Hounds for us, and even drove them away.
But this isn't wolf problem.
You're doing this to help your Lupacol, right? Well, they want you to be safe too. Paimon bets they went to the Wolf King and said, "Listen here, this isn't just our Lupacol's problem. This is the world's problem!" And then rushed over to help.
Lupacol is Lupacol. I am human, but I do not need to be wolf to be Lupacol. I just want to help them.
Well said, Razor.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, come on. Let's go kick some Rift Hound butt.
Hear the echoes of the void! Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Stay away from me!
Shower me with praise!
Look! The rest of the Rift Hounds are just up ahead. Get ready!
For Lupacol.
For Lupacol!
Let the mountain's veins boil! The show begins!
Stay away from me! Devouring claw!
Let my name echo in song!
We did it!
Thank you for helping. I thought protecting Lupacol was up to me. But Lupacol also...
We're here because we care about you, just like you do us. That's what makes us Lupacol, right?
Right. We are Lupacol forever.
Aww. And now, there won't be any more intruders in Wolvendom.
No. Dark Wolf Pack, Rip Open Sky. They could come again. But me and Lupacol will hunt them down, no matter what.
Yeah! If you ever need help, just say the word. We're here for you.
I appreciate it. They call for me.
Sounds like they want to make sure you're safe.
Then I should go. Thank you for the help.
Should I choose?
It's been getting quite busy recently.
skill.